Oh.
All right. One sec. Welcome back once again, my people. Sorry about that. I hit the live button but didn't realize. But we're supposed to be going live at this time, anyways. But once again, people, it's good to be back on this lovely Sunday evening. Joining me today to cover the topics is none other than Dylan himself. I'm assuming he's having a wonderful day, seeing that his team won today. How was that victory for you?
Bro, it was everything. Yeah, right, with a shaky moment, which was really funny. Because all the people in the group chat were going and panicking. But yeah, no, I'm a Kai Havertz fan. You know that I've been a Kai Havertz fan from time, even when you never believe in him. Um, so yeah, it's just a happy feeling, bro.
Yeah. And people, listen, the Premier League race is getting hot, but today we're here to discuss the Reggae Boys. It's the Reggae Boys weekly show. And we have so many things to talk about. Michael
Yeah,
Antonio versus.
1 second, 1 second. Before we
Yeah.
get to that, Chris Wood's performance, what did you think about it?
I didn't even watch that game, to be
Didn't watch
honest.
it, bro. Oh my god. Okay, all right, sorry. Continue, continue.
Didn't even watch it. But people, listen, if you just joining the stream, do us a massive favor by hitting the subscribe button. Also hit the like button, as it does help the video to get to more people. Also, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section. So today we're going to talk about Michail Antonio versus Leon Bailey. Who's the bigger player in terms of accomplishments and prestige? Also, Mason Greenwood. We're going to talk about a little bit about his future with Manchester United. Also, Omari Hutchinson. Should Coach Jaime Hargreaves call up Omari Hutchinson for the World Cup qualifiers, as well as the Copa America in June that will be played in the United States? So let's get straight into the topics we have to discuss today. Yeah, people, I made that intro, last night. So tell me what you think about that intro, people. I think I invested some time in that intro, and I sent it to some folks, and they said that they love it. So tell me what you guys think. So Dylan, listen, before we even talk about anything today, right? Let me just update the people on some things in terms of some of the Reggae Boys that would have been in action and that would have scored as well. Some potential Reggae Boys as well. So Michail Antonio had one goal against Liverpool in a 2-2 draw, and kind of putting a dent on Liverpool title hopes, although Crystal Palace had already did that a couple of weeks ago. Trevante Stewart got a goal as well over the weekend against a team by the name of IMT, I think, over there in Serbia. Omari Hutchinson, potential Reggae Boys, 2 goals versus Hull City in the championship as he's looking to get promoted with Ipswich. Mason Greenwood, potential Reggae Boys, 2 goals and 1 assist against Almeria in La Liga, and he's playing for Getafe, as we all know. Dujan, I think on Friday or Thursday, he had 1 goal against Southampton. So Dylan, it's all about pressing the big issues, you know what I'm saying? And a big issue that has been going around since recently, in recent days, is this Michail Antonio versus Leon Bailey. Who is the bigger player? Who is more prestigious? Who do you think is more known across the globe? You know what I'm saying? And I'm sticking beside Michail Antonio. And, big up to Ryan LFC from Elite Sports TV. He's not really agreeing with me. He's saying that Leon Bailey is a bigger player, and he's using followers to equate to being more known and, a bit more successful, which I don't think followers can equate to being more known or anything like that. It's like Bob Marley, he's deceased, but he's not really active on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You have many artists in the world that has more following than Bob Marley across all social media platforms, but it doesn't mean that they're more known across the globe than a Bob Marley. But what are your thoughts surrounding Michail Antonio and the status that he holds within football? Do you think Leon Bailey is bigger than Michail Antonio?
I think it's a tricky one. I don't know how you measure those metrics, honestly. I think Mikel Antonio's had a longer career in the Premier League. And he has been a staple moving from that right wing back, bombing up and down the flank, to moving into the striker. But I I genuinely think that Wes Morgan is probably the biggest out of all of our Jamaican players. I think I know that's not a question, but I
Yeah.
think that story will live on forever. I don't think either of them have that story that stays in the minds of people. But yeah, no, I think right now, I think definitely Antonio, especially with this podcast, he's out there. People see him. I think Michail Antonio would be the bigger as it stands right now, but I think that could quickly change.
Yeah, I think Leon Bailey has time on his hands to turn things around. He's a recent staple in the Premier League. It's his first good season out of three, and I think he has to continue in order to claim his place in the Premier League in terms of being known and being successful as well. And if you look at Leon Bailey's career, I don't think he's won any major respective trophy. Michael Antonio recently won the Europa Conference League. Leon Bailey has the chance to do that as well as the first Jamaican-born player, so he can make history in that sense. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of even, let me just divert for a quick second. In terms of Wes Morgan, right? I think what he has accomplished with Leicester is something that will be talked about for years. You know what I'm saying? Demar Gray as well, he won the Premier League with them. But I think Wes Morgan, being the leader that he was and the captain for Leicester City, I think it sells a bit more compared to a player like Demar Gray. You're the captain, you lead this Cinderella story, as they refer to it in England when Leicester won the league. So I think all in all, it's a big accomplishment for Wes Morgan and for Jamaica as well. But, for me, in terms of Michail Antonio, right? I definitely think he's the bigger player than Leon Bailey. He's not the better player. I will not make that comparison due to the fact that they do play different positions. If Leon Bailey was a striker, then there could be a comparison. But if we're talking about name and prestige and status and how the respect comes across between Leon Bailey and Michail Antonio, I definitely think that it comes across more for Michail Antonio. I believe he's a West Ham legend. He's the leading goal scorer in West Ham's history in the Premier League as well, right? He led them to a Europa Conference League trophy, the first trophy that they had in 43 years. You know what I'm saying? He's been a mainstay in this West Ham team over the past 9 years. Leon Bailey has recently arrived to the Premier League, and it was up until recently last season, many Aston Villa fans wanted Leon Bailey out of this team. You know what I'm saying? So I think, in my opinion, I definitely think that Michail Antonio is the bigger player. People will also have a special guest that will be joining us. He's in the studio. So let me just get some comments. Let me get 1 and 2 comments before I bring him on stream. And I have one more question for you, Dylan. Badman, Javon Wilson, it's Sunday. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you go and cook dinner and enjoy yourself. You're a bit ignorant, and it's not good to be ignorant. You should educate yourself some more, and then we can start having a conversation. But yeah, have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll pray for you, my brother. Yes. Now, let me bring up the guest on stream. But Dylan, in terms of Michail Antonio, right? You think that when all is said and done and he retires from football, you think West Ham will probably build a statue for him?
Unfortunately, not. I think he has had a huge career, but I don't think so. I think he's not. He's a player that is definitely at the West Ham level. And I think they would need a player that is above the West Ham level, that stays at West Ham, to be there. Because I don't even think Mark Noble will get a statue.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
No, bro. I wish.
You don't think Mark Noble will get a statue when in coming years? The captain for West Ham over such a long period of time?
Bro, like, how long was he there? Like 20 years? Although he didn't really win anything. But, yeah, I love Antonio, but I don't think so.
He won something after the fact to an extent. He didn't win it, but he was there when Declan Rice and Antonio lifted the trophy. So to an extent, you know what I'm saying, he had a role because he passed over the captain's armband to Declan Rice. But joining us is Ricardo from Ricardo Media. So what's going on, brother? What's going on?
1 second. I have a little technical thing right there, so hold on.
But people, feel free to comment. We're also going to drop the link so you guys can come on and have your opinion surrounding Leon Bailey as well as Michail Antonio. Who's the bigger player? Not who's the better player, but who's the bigger player. But Dylan, let me just get back to you quickly before I go to Ricardo. I definitely think Mark Noble will get a statue. I think Michail Antonio will probably have one in coming years, to be honest. Good servant for the club. Scored some important goals for West Ham as well. And if you look at Michail Antonio, he's been in a team with David Moyes, where David Moyes, I think, has given West Ham their best finishing in recent years compared to any other manager. You know what I'm saying? But Ricardo, we have you on. Hope all is well. What do you think about Michail Antonio and Leon Bailey? Who's the bigger player for you?
Before we move on to that, Dylan, why you think Martin Noble don't deserve a statue?
I don't think it's that he doesn't deserve it, I just don't
Martin
think.
Noble a legend, man.
No, but like I think like he could get a mural. You get me, like a wall thing.
Martin Noble deserve, man. Deserve one, man. Yeah, man. I think him deserve it.
Bro.
I think him deserve it. To be honest, his leadership. Look, Martin Noble have been very intrigued of what West Ham have doing for the last decade. Many people don't know, but Martin Noble have been you see that mentor from the under 17 come every youth level in West Ham. He have been around the blocks and be that mentor. Whenever players come up through, the senior team from the youth academy, he's that one that put his hand over them shoulder, and be that father, be that figure for them, and look, I have read an article about Noble went to young players' house. You understand? He's the owner best friend and the team, and look what he have been doing on and off the pitch. Look, he's not like he's a flashy player on the pitch, but his leadership is just like Roy Keane. His leadership, he's just like a Roy Keane, but he's not that rational in the media like Roy Keane, but he's that leader. He's not that vocal also on the pitch, but he's let his commitment and his dedication on the pitch start for his game, But this Leon Bailey thing and Michail Antonio, look, Michail Antonio have played over 500 career games in international, not international, but as a professional, coming from Reading, Nottingham Forest, Sheffield Wednesday. He have scored over 100 goals in his professional career, just probably around 14 or 16 away from that 100 mark in the Premier League. He is a legend, and coming up against our own Leon Bailey. Look, Leon Bailey is a very, very good talent. Someone that's on his path right now on the journey of becoming that elite, going up to the world class level. If he can stay consistently, with his performance and just playing consistently on the pitch. But Leon, I just feel like he have a little bit more to do. Yeah, I just feel like he have a little bit more to do when it comes down to being judged against Michail Antonio. Look, Michail Antonio have played in some teams that whenever the teams play, you guys are getting a feedback from it?
No. Good.
Oh, yeah. So whenever Michail Antonio, play for Nottingham Forest in the championship for Sheffield Wednesday, even at West Ham, look, West Ham have 27% against Liverpool, and he have managed to done so many great things for West Ham. The leadership and the goals that he have scored, last season. I'm getting a feedback. I don't know. Pressure, hold on. Let me sort this out and come back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about getting a feedback where I don't like that feedback.
Jay, big up yourself. People in the comment section, big up yourself. I think Omari Campbell dropped a super chat for Gunna's YouTube channel. Omari Campbell, big up yourself. Yeah. Jay, nobody come spread no rumors no man, but big up yourself on this wonderful Sunday. Also, people, for those of you who are just joining, once again, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and feel free to exercise your fingers and leave your thoughts in the comment section. The conversation so far is, who's the bigger player, Leon Bailey or Michail Antonio? When all is said and done, who will be more renowned in terms of accomplishments, etc. But as of right now, who's the bigger player for you guys, Leon Bailey or Michail Antonio? Nicardo, take by the floor.
Yeah, I think right now I have to give Michail the edge at this moment. To be honest, I have to give him the edge because look, Leon Bailey have started his career, his professional career, as a winger. Michail Antonio have coming from right back. You understand? And left back, right wing, left midfield, then striker. Where on the pitch he don't play. You understand? So look at how his pathway right up his journey to becoming a West Ham player that won the Conference League for them. Yeah, scoring in the European games. I think he have done his groundwork is a little bit more right now on Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey have had 2 really good seasons, I would say, as a professional. Take away this. I'm not talking about this season currently because he's not finished as it. That season that he played at Genk, yeah, that season when he scored that goal at Austria. Remember that goal in Europa League against Austria win? I think that's get voted Europa League goal of the season when he was amongst Paul Pogba players like that to be the Europa League Player of the Year. And then his second season, when he came in the off season in the Bundesliga, second spell, he have scored over 13, 14 times for Leverkusen in our competition. So, and look at the free kick side. I think he scored against Schalke Afrika, and I think he scored against Bayern Munich. But Michail Antonio groundwork that he have put in over the years, I just feel like he got the edge right now over Leon Bailey. But Leon Bailey is up there. Someone that, look, he's very young. He born 97, and he have played over 300 professional career games already, and over 70 goals. You understand? So you have to look at Leon Bailey. He's going to be there very shortly, but right now speaking, I just think Michail Antonio have the groundwork and the hedge over Chippy at this moment.
Let me just address. Yeah, let me just address this comment. Don't even get the comparison. No, Omar Campbell, it was a live stream a couple days ago where I said that it was surrounding the security concerns, right? So I said that just as how Leon Bailey is a star, we even have bigger stars in the national team, which would have been Reggae, who has won the Premier League, Michail Antonio. So if Craig Butler wants security for Leon Bailey, then Michail Antonio and some of these guys who are even bigger players than Leon Bailey should also get security. So that's where the comparison came in, where somebody had said that they believe Leon Bailey is a bigger player than Michail Antonio. We're not talking about better in the terms of in terms of skill set. It's in terms of name and accomplishments, etc. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the comparison stems from. Now, Dylan, back to you. In terms of Michail Antonio, we have the Copa America coming up, World Cup qualifiers. In recent games he has been scoring. You think he should get a spot back into this team?
By the way, Mari, big up yourself. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he is experienced. He has won a trophy before. So he he must walk into the team as long as he can stay fit, because one thing that has taken up Antonio is injury through his entire career. But if he can stay fit, what is he now? 32, 33?
I think 34.
34, yeah. I know he's getting up there. So yeah, I'd be happy for him to be there. I just hope there are other players that will give him the new competition that he needs, that I think we'll be talking about soon. But yeah.
Yeah, let me just take some more comments. Ricardo, I wanted to answer that question as well. So go ahead before I even take this comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, look, Michail, a very experienced player that been around and coming in CONCACAF. You could see that whenever he played for the Reggae Boyz in the past, his presence alone in around the box, it's fearful. Yeah, it's fearful. I think when he scored a goal, I think it was on El Salvador away in a World Cup qualifier. Just look at how he manhandled, the defenders. Even though in the last tournament that he have played, not the Nations League, but the World Cup last summer, he didn't manage to get on the score sheet. What he have done, he have bring defenders with him. He has pulled a lot of a traffic towards him, and that in around will leave a lot of space, for Leon. Even when Kai Paris was playing at the time, and them are great, and then midfielders can run off the shoulders. So talking about that, I think Michail Antonio, whenever he's fully fit, he needs to play in CONCACAF. Doesn't matter what anyone want to say. Even though Boyz is my go-to striker, I just think if you can get a formation that can fit both players in, the three at the back we're playing right now, look, it will be massive. If you have a Demi behind a Michail Antonio and a Shaman Nicholson, how much danger that can create, where Demi can go anywhere on the pitch. He can jump on the right, he can jump on the left, and create and pull away defenders, give him a free roll, and then you have two very physical players over 6'2", with what, more than 160 pounds, can get in the presence of any CONCACAF defenders, especially look at even when he played Mexico. So he deserves a spot every time when he's 100% fit.
Definitely, I think some folks are saying that he hasn't scored a goal for us in 2 years, but I think Michail Antonio, I'm not comparing him to Giroud from France, but if you look at the comparison between both players, right? Giroud for France doesn't offer much goals, right? But what he offers when he's not scoring goals, the hold up play, bringing other players into the play as well. making good runs, being that physical presence into the box. I think Michail Antonio offers that as well. And the thing with Michail Antonio, when he gets that purple patch going, he doesn't stop scoring. We've seen it before. And no, it's a good time for Michail Antonio to be scoring. Barring any injuries, I think he should definitely get a spot going into the World Cup qualifiers down in Jamaica, as well as Copa America in the United States. And I think Michail Antonio is also looking forward to the Copa America because that would be his first major international tournament. I know that we're the Nations League. But the Nations League is nothing in comparison to the Copa America with the likes of Messi playing and the guys from down Brazil and Uruguay and some of those respective countries in South America as well. So I definitely think Michail Antonio should definitely get a spot. People in the comment section and if you're just joining the stream, share your thoughts below in the comment section. Do you think Michail Antonio should get a spot in the 23-man squad for the World Cup qualifiers as well as the Copa America in June that will be hosted in America? Now let me take this comment because I like to address comments that come across as ignorant. Now, if you know anything about football, football is about preference and having your own opinion surrounding a player. Now, as much as Leon Bailey is Jamaican and as much as I am Jamaican as well, not because I don't prefer Leon Bailey over Michail Antonio means I don't rate Leon Bailey. You know what I'm saying? I think I prefer Messi over Ronaldo. Does that mean that I don't rate Ronaldo? So I think you need to educate yourself a bit more before leaving ignorant comments. Now, let's move on with the show. So yeah, let me take some more comments from the people, and I will drop the link as well so you guys can come on and have your say if you guys would like to. And I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. I spoke to you in the car and you cook up a storm over there, man. So you're enjoying the weekend so far. Dylan as well, his Arsenal team won. Huh? What were you saying? What were you saying?
I said, man, I finished cook from 10 o'clock, man.
Oh, early chefings.
What was on the menu?
Where is it, Dylan?
What was on the menu?
Yeah, it was on the menu. Natural rice and peas and some curry pork and some French fried chicken back.
Curry
Nice.
pork.
Yeah.
Never heard that one before.
I might say never heard about curry pork before. Let me just address this comment. Simon Mendy. Big up yourself, Simon Mendy. I'm not a Jamaican, but you people are.
Hey,
Leon Bailey, a big footballer.
Hey, pass. Me need to tell the people in this. People, Preston never know say you could have French fried chicken back. Which part of Jamaica you come from?
Yo, people, hold on. So all the Jamaicans in this. Dylan, you ever know about French fried chicken back?
Yeah.
Really?
Bro,
Yes,
which
Bro, what?
Go country. Go country and find.
Yo, no sir.
Which part of Jamaica you come from, bro? You never hear about
Bro,
French.
me know about curry chicken back and them thing about French fried chicken back. Never hear about that one there.
Bro, just crunchy.
But yo, let's move along, right? Maybe we can start a cooking YouTube channel and have these discussions. But this person said Leon Bailey is a big footballer who I've been watching since in Germany. Jamaicans don't have a bigger footballer more than Leon Bailey. Well, Dylan, what you have to say about that? You think there's anyone in the team that's bigger than Leon Bailey at this moment?
I guess it just depends on your metrics still. Like I understand where he's coming from, but I don't think we need to be so radical in how we comment. But I find it funny because anyways, I think that Bailey hasn't won anything. Therefore, for me, until he wins something, he's not a bigger player than Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the standard for me. Like I don't know example. Like Saliba to me is a great player, but until he wins anything, I don't think he can be in the ilk of any of the greatest centre backs in Premier League history. Same thing like Harry Kane. I don't care how much goals he has scored. He hasn't won anything, so there's nothing to show. So yeah, I just think a big metric is, I love Rory Jennings. I think the way he, talks is amazing, but he always says that trophies are the things that people remember. At the end of the day, people are not going to remember last season Arsenal came second. They're going to remember if someone pulled out, the Premier League trophy. And I've never seen Leon Bailey with a trophy. So win one, and by all means, he's the biggest Jamaican player of all time. Cool.
Definitely, and he has the chance to do that as well with this Aston Villa team. Ricardo, before I even got you to ask you the same question, I just asked Dylan. You can formulate your thoughts in the meantime. Malik, big up yourself. From you guys trying to build your show on the wrong things, then bro, it's unfair to be comparing our players. This is the thing, people. Football is birth in comparison. since football has been in existence, comparison has always been about. There's nothing wrong with comparing players. In life, folks will always be better than people. You know what I'm saying? You will always have a better chef who cooks better than me. You will have a Burger King franchise that's better than the next one down the street. So comparison is always a thing in football. When comparing people, once you're not bringing down the next person, then by all means you can have comparison. You can pull up stats. If you're the ITest type of person, then you can, have the conversation from the eye test point of view. Many people that watch football don't use stats; they use the eye test. Many people that watch football use stats. So comparing players, there's nothing wrong with it. Some of you guys love Messi, some of you guys love Ronaldo. What does it come down to? Comparison. So why can't we compare the respective Jamaican players? Ricardo, over to you. In terms of the national team and the players that we have, you think anyone in the national team is bigger than Leon Bailey at this moment in time?
No, I think Leon Bailey is a pioneer for this team. Even look, you have to.
Not many Jamaicans will think that, in terms of the word pioneer, you're using a big word there in terms of saying pioneer.
He's a pioneer for this group of players right now.
In what sense?
No doubt about it. Like, look, the group of players that we have, bro. When Leon speak, they listen. They respect him just as though they respect Nana and Blake. You understand? But the level that Leon Bailey have played since he's at Genk until now, not many have went through that level. You understand? And look at how especially now he's performing, and his status as a player in Germany for Leverkusen, come up against the big boys, but you have to just respect that, he is the man for the team, even though he's not performing well. Omari Hutchinson have performed well since he came in that first game against US in the World Cup until now. But Leon Bailey is the man for the team. He's the pioneer for the crop of players right now. You have to. There's no doubt behind it. He's a marketable player. You understand? So I can't say Omari Hutchinson is better than him. Like overall, you could say games. Omari Hutchinson have been playing better than him in games, but Leon Bailey is the man for this team. And look, Omari Hutchinson have been playing excellent. Did you see how much conversation is going on with Omari Hutchinson about his performance? Is like it's trending. Once Leon Bailey opened his mouth, look at how long we have done that interview and let's be honest, podcast, and it's still trending. Like it's still in the space of people talking about it every day. You understand? So he is the man. Trust me, he's the man for this team. It's just him now to just take all of that off the field and put on the field and let his performance start to speak. And when he starts to do that, bro, which I think he's going to do in due course, is because this team is getting better. The coach is finding out who is his go-to guys right now, the philosophy and everything about this crop of players. It's just getting better game by game. So I think, Leon Bailey going to perform very soon,
Ricardo. The man said.
Why?
Yo.
You that a fry, but yo, you can't see it. Me no business where nobody wants it. It's a fried chicken back, French fried chicken back at the bottom. And that, I tell you. Me no care what you want to say on the stream. Yo, me no care what comment section want to say. You say fried, a bone. Brother, me no care what you want to say. Me I come from the days when chicken back at $20 a pound. So me no care what you want to say. Bro, if you don't like bone, fine, go buy some chicken breast.
Jaja, you.
This is why I love football. It's different obstacles always coming away. We have to, make you have to laugh sometimes. Hesitate.
The man says a fry bone. Carl Daly, big up yourself.
I even lost what I was even saying, bro. This live stream is so funny.
Michail Antonio and Leon Bailey and the marketability. I think you were talking about that type of stuff.
What in that comment section, man? Yeah, man. But Leon Bailey is the man for this team. Bro, trust me. You see, anytime him start putting him foot on the ground, on the pitch, and start deliver, all he's supposed to deliver, a problem. Mm-hmm. YouTube make money again. Trust me. Me I tell you, brother, anytime he put on him foot on Jamaican side, it's like, look, can we print a 31 jersey for him in the national team? can we print
Listen, he probably can transition the Aston Villa farm.
Yeah, man. Or him wear a Aston Villa shirt. No, me not gonna take that because I don't want no man wearing a club shirt and a national team jersey. Fire pass.
Yeah.
You
But
see, so
if I that it take to make him
no,
transfer
no,
the form, then
you're supposed to make your club team motivated to play for your country. No, 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 no. Me not about that one day. Me not about that one day. Your country come first. Me not about that one day. You know, but yeah,
where is the Dylan? 1 second, Ricardo. Where's the Dylan? You think he must wear the Aston Villa shirt under the Reggae Boys jersey?
I don't care what he does to play well. Like he could wear no shoes, him could go there barefoot, him could go there with a tank top. I really don't care. Like he just needs to produce. And I think I was talking to Kishan about this, and I'm like, I don't understand why we're talking about Bailey like he's messy. Um,
Yeah, have to
he's
be
great.
careful. You know.
He's a great player, but like I don't know. Like I just I'm getting a little bit tired of talking about him because I need to build it up for Copa America again to have some energy for him, bro. But like, yeah, I think and to comments like this, bro, like if you have a suggestion about what you want to see, then just comment that. Like it's very appreciated if you could be creative and constructive.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think Bailey's a great player. The where I struggle is that I don't understand the influence on the team when it doesn't seem like it's either people felt silenced or
Mhm.
they just didn't agree with him. Because I didn't hear any rumors or anything that any other player agreed with him.
Mhm.
Um, and the fact that he said that he's taking a sabbatical, I don't understand the whole notion of oh I'm bigger than my country, but because Jamaica is bigger than Bailey every single day of the week, we're the biggest small country in the world in my opinion. A household name everywhere. So for him to say that is something that I don't really fully appreciate, and that's something I'd say to him. Um, but yeah, whatever else is next, I'd be happy to move on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on shortly to Omari Hutchinson, because we need to talk about Omari Hutchinson. He's having a wonderful season with Ipswich. But let me just take this ignorant comment once again. I like addressing them. Kwani, big up yourself on this lovely Sunday evening. Hope all is well. Hope you had a wonderful week, and I hope you have a good week coming up as well. Not for only just build YouTube platform to make money, but cause harm to Jamaica. Now I have a question. Last time I checked, I'm not a criminal. I've never done no harm to anyone in Jamaica. So how is it that I'm causing harm to anyone in Jamaica? Have I caused more harm than what Leon Bailey has caused to Jamaica in terms of damaging the image to an extent, talking about he's bigger than the country, having the country divided, especially in the football landscape? So just, talk to me a little bit in the comment section. How have I harmed Jamaica in any way, shape, or form? I don't have a criminal record, you know what I'm saying? So just educate me on that one. But big up yourself still. Spain Town General, big up yourself. Spain Town say kiss me teeth. I don't know what he's talking about. But let's move over to Omari Hutchinson. 16 goal contributions across the season for Ipswich. As we all know, the former Kieran McKenna, who used to be at United, he's the coach at Ipswich at this moment in time, and he's vying for promotion with this Ipswich team. And Omari Hutchinson is on loan from Chelsea now. Dylan, you know a lot about Omari Hutchinson. He was there at Arsenal. Then he left the year club for your North London rivals, which would have been Chelsea. 16 goal contributions across the season, right? 2 goals over the weekend against Hull City in a 3-3 draw. What are your thoughts surrounding Hutchinson? I think last year he played for Jamaica, but he didn't get an official cap for this country, right? So do you think moving forward for the World Cup qualifier, seeing that there's some question marks surrounding Leon Bailey getting back into this team, you think Omar Hutchinson for the World Cup qualifiers and for the Copa America should get a shot in this team?
Yeah, I think if he wants it,
Mhm.
yeah, you have to step up. You have to be there for your country. You have to, I want people that are committed. So and I think Coach Halgrimson is definitely building up that, energy around the camp. So yeah, if you want to fight for the shirt, if you want to fight for what we represent as Jamaicans, then by all means, I'd take anybody that wants to fight for the shirt. But
Mhm.
yeah, he has the quality. He has had the football and education, which is extremely important. He has been around huge players. Um, I never understood that Chelsea move, but good for him. Um, but yeah, I like Hutchinson. I think he's a decent player, and it's a profile we need so that we can stop calling back up. What's that guy's name? Ravel Morrison.
Rafael Morrison.
Yeah.
Ricardo, what do you think surrounding Omar Hutchinson getting in this team? Is he committed to this team, by the way? Because some people have question marks surrounding his commitment. So that's one thing.
I don't think he's 100% commit as yet. If he have 100% commit, you would have seen him already in a high-profile game, especially the World Cup just gone. You know, the excuse was the last time he wanted to stay focused and help out Ipswich and getting promotion. You know, I don't know. Did the coach said family reason, wasn't it?
To an extent,
To
as
an
well as some other reasons as well.
So one of the easiest things to get off anything when you're working for a company, family reason and sick leave. You know, one of the easiest things to get, get off and get free time from a boss. But look, he's not 100% coming as yet. Really good player. I see this player, 20 years old. I see him as a replacement in the future that whenever Bobby Reed stepped away, he's a player that can give us something in the number 10 and on the wide right. You understand? So I just think that we can probably be a little bit more patient, but buying this thing about you focusing on Ipswich in terms of promotion, bro. When Ronaldo and Messi is at their peak, they go into Argentina and Portugal. Yeah. And some crucial game. Look, Messi have walked away already from Argentina just because of the pressure. You understand? So if you want to, be a professional and can't deal with pressure, I don't think this game is for you. But I will stand by and wait for him. But he's an excellent young player. Trust me, I've been watching him and Kieran McKenna all season long. And when he just went there, he wasn't getting enough game. But, as soon as the championship is getting to that nitty-gritty in the close to the winter period, sooner he's getting games after games. And he was out of the squad for one time. Then he came back in for the last 2-3 months now. And you could see that he's improving. That's the first thing. He's improving. And going from the Premier League to the Championship, bro, it's always a gamble. Remember me and you and Gunnar spoke about this, about if Whisper can take that route and go to Championship and loan and develop there. Look, a dog eat dog. Yeah, a scavenger down there. So, a coach can bring you in on a loan contract 2 months or not even 2 months, two more games, and him gone. And guess what? You find yourself on the bench. So Ipswich, a brand new club coming up from League One. What Kieran McKenna has been doing for that team from League One up to, bro, it's a well-run organization. So what they haven't made the Premier League for the last 2 decades now. So it's kudos to him if he can help, to get that promotion back. But it was very disappointing to see, how they kind of fell off a few games back. But hope they can get ahead of Leeds in the coming days. They have game in hand over Leeds. So I want to see Ipswich in the Premier League and hope if Ipswich make the Premier League, Kieran McKenna can sign him on a permanent deal, and then we can see Omari Hutchinson making the next step in his career by playing in the Premier League, where it's just the big boys corner. Yeah, that's where we want us, our Reggae Boys players supposed to be playing, in the Premier League. Any country they're in, we want them to be playing top flight football in that country. So kudos. Let's see what's going to happen by the end of the season. But yeah, he should get his thing ready and come across the 876 as soon as possible. Don't wait until we soon qualify for the World Cup. Then no. You get what I said?
Yeah.
No. Bro, England team full up. England team full up right now, brother. So many players right now. Look at Ross Barkley's having a season since.
Listen, don't call at them. I've heard the conversation. I don't think Ross Barkley is getting into this England team. Come on, bro. No player from Luton is getting in this England team.
I'm saying, look at Ross Barkley. He's having if you from a next country and playing in England and doing that what Ross Barkley is doing for a team like Luton, you're gonna get called. You're gonna get called for your national team. But just to show you that the midfield, it's packed. You still have Smith Rowe that's banging on the door for something, even though he's not getting game time. You understand? So,
let me just say this. Hold your point. We have Edivision TV. Edivision TV, Wagwan. Bless up. Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Evening, gents. Big up on yourself. Good work.
Yeah, definitely. Eddie, listen, you have done videos on Omari Hutchinson, right? What are your thoughts surrounding him and him potentially playing for the Reggae Boys in the World Cup qualifiers as well as in the Copa America?
I think short term, I'm not seeing him for the World Cup qualifiers. Maybe if you're looking a little bit long term, medium term, maybe the Copa. But he has promised us that he'll be focusing on his club We've seen that he's been doing well for club, so we hope that he can come good with this promise. After the season, we just have to wait and see what he'll bring.
Yeah. So, but there's this question surrounding commitment, right? And I was listening to Manningsman, and big up to Manningsman from I Am Sure Sports. He had Robbie from AFTV on a couple weeks ago, and Robbie was kind of giving an explanation surrounding why a lot of these English players are kind of reluctant to play for Jamaica. Not, I think reluctant, for the lack of a better word, reluctant at this point, right? It's due to having agents, and there's so many things that they look at before considering even playing for Jamaica. And I think one thing Omari Hutchinson might be looking at is a quick turnaround to potentially get into this England team. Because in fairness, what I do respect Ivan Toney and a lot of these players like Ali Watkins for is that they back themselves. You know what I'm saying, Eddie?
Yeah.
They grew up in England, and even though a couple of seasons ago they would have been out of favor, no one would have thought, oh, Ivan Toney coming up from the championship would have played for England. No one thought Ali Watkins would have potentially played for England. But guess what? These players, they backed themselves, and they eventually got a call up for this English national team. And I think Cole Palmer is a good example of leaving City, and he could be potentially going to the Euros with England as well. So I think Omari Hutchinson, I don't think he'll be going to the Euros, Eddie. But I think it's a case where if he goes back to Chelsea and say that they sell him, right? Or they keep him at Chelsea, but he's starting and he's getting games week in, week out, and he's performing to an exceptional level, then he's right there knocking at the England door once again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right to some extent, because, persons will be in their ears, telling them, wait on England. But for me, he has to perform at a top club in England. He have to go back to Chelsea and do well. And I don't see Chelsea keeping him. That's the thing. If he can, if another English club can come in for him, that's good for him. But if he's in the championship, you can write off England, because England will pick players from the championship. I think it's only one player in history has even made the English team from the championship. We saw where Ivan Toney was scoring a bag of goals. He wasn't near selection. He have to come into England and do that. Come into the EPL and perform. So for now, we don't have to worry about England. Again, you will have to do that at a top club in England for me.
Fair enough. Now, Eddie, I don't know if you were here you were here when the stream started, right? But big conversation going around pertaining to Michail Antonio and Leon Bell. I kind of just want to backtrack and get your thoughts on it as well. Who you think is the bigger player? Not the better player, the bigger player in terms of prestige and that type of stuff.
In terms of body? All right, you're up. No. You're up. We're looking at two.
The man say in terms of body. Go on.
We're looking at two completely different players. One at the back end of their career and one pretty much in their prime. One on top form. And the numbers though, like we've seen Leon Bailey have tremendous numbers, leading Europe in certain categories and so on. Making the top list in terms of players, wingers. But a chalk and cheese, Presser, chalk and cheese. One man, as I say, one man in his prime. There is no way Michail injured, Michail coming back now. Not trying to really, find some form of form for West Ham. So is one clear winner, Leon Bailey. Yes, I know that Leon is not doing it for country, but one can say that Michail Antonio is not doing it for country as well. So on his club performance, no current form, Leon Bailey all day.
What about his body at work, Michail?
In the Premier, yes, and that's good, because in the Premiership, I did a video yesterday, 250 games for West Ham, I think in all competitions. No, the Premier League. So the body of work is good, but if you look back on Michail Antonio's career, season by season, he's not that type of player to score 10 goals. I think it's just the other day he consists because a lot of injuries. So even though he's there,
yeah,
he's never hit the type of heights that we'd want Antonio to hit. And we've seen Leon Bailey doing it now.
Yeah. Leon, been playing 3 countries now. Look, the season that, Michail, when they won the conference last season, he have scored in all knockout games except the final against Fiorentina.
Mm-hmm.
what more you need from him. You know, that's a match that he come up when it necessary for his club.
Yeah, but I'll have to go back to the level of competition
No,
in
no,
the conference league.
conference. Look, the
In the
conference.
conference league.
You have to. West Ham is a team that don't play in Europe. They don't play
So
in
it
Europe.
was good for him, but I don't really. Sometimes I'm not really big on trophies because it's a team sport. You might have players doing well, but the team not winning
Why
trophies.
Ronaldo Mr. Champions League?
Come again?
Why they call Ronaldo Mr. Champions League? Because he have won so many Champions League and scored in
Yeah,
big
but
semi-finals.
yes, that is true. That is true.
You know,
But I'm
so-
not gonna use
But-
the
but
conference
me
league
nah,
to say that he's
Nah.
better than Leon.
Yeah.
I won't use the conference league trophy.
Yeah, you know. But everybody could arguably say even when Leon was at Genk before he leave in January, you know, when they supposed to play the knockout against Celta Vigo, you know, people could arguably say, look, Genk was on the verge of doing damage against even Manchester United. You know, if Leon Bailey did stay at the club at that time, you know, with Trossard and all those players, Castanighi, that played for Fulham, you know. But he just probably need to step up in bigger games, which he's doing at the moment. So let's see and hope it can continue. But it's a slim margin, brother. It's a slim margin when it comes. Because look, Michail Antonio body hurt, it's huge. And remember, context again, he's not a winger. He's coming from as a right back.
Right back. Yeah, and right midfield.
Yeah, so it's a slim margin, bro. It's a slim margin. Trust me. But we Reggae Boy fans, why not just be cheering on the two of them right now that they're in the national team?
Yeah. But you know, as it is as content creators. But if you're looking at body of work, yeah, maybe Michail Antonio will edge it. But
Yeah.
you know, current form now, Liam Bailey. And the Liam Bailey has more to offer going forward because he's a younger player.
And then the team them that Michail playing at, you know, Sheffield Wednesday, Nottingham Forest, when he just started out at Reading, look, those teams, whenever they go into games, they are underdogs. They're always going to be on the back foot. Understand? You know, meanwhile, when Leverkusen is playing in Germany, once they're not playing against, you know, Dortmund or Bayern, they're more like one of the favorite to win the game, or it's very close to win against Leipzig, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, these teams. You know, even when he was at Genk was one of the top team. No, West Ham, Aston Villa is in the top 4 right now. So you could easily say, you know, Michail Antonio, look at the game he played against Liverpool. West Ham only have 27% of the ball. And he still scored, you know. So different type of players. Like I just said, one player is moving forward and next player is declining. But that's the end of the conversation, yeah, man. You know.
And if you just allow me to put in one more thing, I think it might be the end of Michail Antonio at West Ham.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too, because he's more of a system player.
Yeah.
He plays well under Moyes. That is why Moyes always use him. Moyes tried to replace him when he got Scamacca from Italy. He just wasn't fitting the system. So he's a type of player that Moyes can always trust.
Yeah. You think Guarsi can replace him?
Who?
Guarsi from Stuttgart.
Maybe.
Tough one, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, these are 28, I think, or 20 something goals across the season, 26 goals in 26 games.
Moyes contract done at the end of the season, you know?
Mm-hmm. So, I think you believe in Dylan. Let me get Dylan thoughts on this, Eddie, before you leave. Dylan, what do you think about Guarsi potentially replacing Michail Antonio? Because if you remember, last season he was linked with a move away from the MLS, and Michail Antonio had said that if anything happens, it happens, and history shows that West Ham, they have tried to replace Michail Antonio in the past couple of seasons with Scamacca as well as Sebastian Haller. So what do you think surrounding him potentially leaving somewhere?
I mean, there's a reason why you have a player that has played that many games for you, because he's reliable and you know what you're going to get. Man, Antonio is going to give you at least 7 out of 10 performance every game, and you know that he's going to play with the bad. So I don't know. I think having a player like Antonio around is always important, but I mean, there is always a time. You always have to get rid of players like that at some point. But yeah, I don't not trust West Ham's recruiting, because getting Kudus, Paqueta, Ward Pros, yeah, if whoever West Ham wants to go for, I'd trust them. I think they've done extremely well in the transfer market in the last couple of seasons.
Very good. Kudus, Alvarez, very good.
Alvarez, yeah.
They attack the market where you have the Croatia, the Czech Republic, more like the eastern side of Europe, And a little bit of Scandinavia, they attack that market because it's a lot more cheaper. You know, look at Kufal, Socek, who know those players? You know, so yeah, their transfer business has been excellent over the years. You have to give them credit for that.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, Eddie, respect for coming on, and we're gonna move on with the show. But definitely, Eddie, we have to have you on the panel one of these days in the near future.
Yeah, man, no problem.
All right, bless up.
Just link
So
up.
people, yeah, definitely we'll do that. So people, once again, we've spoken about Michail Antonio versus Leon Bailey. Who's the bigger player? Not who's the better player. There's a difference between better and bigger. Bigger in the sense that accomplishments, prestige at this current moment in time. Some folks are saying Leon Bailey because he has more followers on Instagram, which followers doesn't equate to being successful or anything of that sort. You know what I'm saying? We've also discussed Omari Hutchinson having a wonderful season, 16 goal contributions across this season for Ipswich. Should he get a call up for the Reggae Boyz team for the World Cup qualifiers as well as Copa America? The big question is Omari Hutchinson committed to the Reggae Boyz? Somebody said that the one time Omari Hutchinson come to Jamaica and him see the broke down stadium and the broke down toilet, him say him can't relate to this. So I mean, them are Michail Antonio them come and play. So why Omari Hutchinson wouldn't play? But listen, people, the next person we're going to talk about is none other than the man himself, Mason Greenwood. 2 goals and 1 assist against Almeria over the weekend. Having a wonderful season once again for Greenwood. 16 goal contributions, Ricardo, this season. But I want to go to Dylan first because Dylan, when Saka was on the rise, it was the comparisons were being made between Saka and Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood had a situation where he kind of had to sit out for a year or so, right? No, he's having a wonderful season. I mean, for a man who whenever I play football for so long, you'd think some would have come back rusty, but he's having a wonderful season. Now, we all know what the article from the Jamaica Observer said recently. Also, Michael Ricketts talking about Mason Greenwood, saying that he's still interested, right? Now, aside from the interest, in that we've discussed that in the past, now there's this big thing going on with Greenwood in terms of his club career. United, I think, they triggered an extension to protect his value. So instead of his contract expiring, is it next year, Ricardo, or this year it would be?
I think it's next year.
Yeah, so the contract would have originally expired next year in 2025. However, they bring it to 2026. So it's 1 extra year of protecting the player's value, right? Now, do you think, because there's an uncertainty surrounding his club career, Dylan, do you think it's going to make his decision a bit harder in terms of choosing to play for Jamaica sooner rather than later?
Well, I think you face the consequences for your actions in life. I can't say I'm a Greenwood fan at all.
Hold on. In terms of what?
I mean, we all know what happened. But
in terms of the situation, or his
yeah, of course. I mean, you're going to have the thing of you're not until you're proven guilty. But I mean, the evidence is there to show why Jude Bellingham and players like that don't rate him in the England camp. So I think he's using Jamaica as a second option. Because I think as long as Southgate is there and the current core players are there, I don't think he's going to have any. I don't think he will be anywhere near that England setup. So yeah, I mean, I get it, but I'm just not. I can't support things like that. I have too many strong women and whatever in my life to be like, oh yeah, Greenwood. But yeah, I mean, you guys are Man United fans. I am an Arsenal fan, so those things don't really happen at my club.
How kind of shots here for a bad man?
Yeah, no. I mean, our value system is just a little bit.
Allegedly, Thomas Partey never get caught up in something. Allegedly.
No, I mean that was a little different. That wasn't the situation, and obviously it was there for a little bit and went away. But Greenwood's evidence is all over the world, and I've never seen anybody make comments about Partey. So I don't think the situations are.
Yeah, the man said never go back to Greenwood.
And that's exactly it. Like, I don't want that kind of thing in my country because we already have enough stereotypes already. But yeah, I'm not.
Dylan, the man says a hypocrite because that happened with Thomas Partey, something similar. I'm not hearing nobody talk about that. You get me, I say?
Yeah, but there must be a reason.
But let me ask you this. You talk about listen, I'm not here to
What did Party do? Tell me what he did.
I'm not say a weird funny thing or
No,
whatever.
what did Party do?
The articles or whatever the case is. But let me ask you, right?
Article, not like
I'm not here to press you. I'm not here to press you surrounding the issue. You've stated that you have strong women in your life for you to kind of, go that direction.
right.
However, by the bounds of the law, right?
Yeah.
If I am accused of something and it goes to court, I'm not found guilty despite the accusation. I'm a free man. I'm not found guilty. You cannot use that to tarnish my name going forward. Now, in the case of Mason Greenwood, it didn't bother go to trial, right? So why is it that we're saying? Why is it that we're still laying this accusation against him?
Bro,
Hold on, no. As the public,
bro, like I can go on Twitter right now.
But hold on, no. As the public, we are not judge and jury. The laws are not in our hand. You know what I'm saying? We did not take her out to carry out the laws of the land or whatever the case is. We have no form of say in the judicial system. So I'm saying, if it didn't go to court, I cannot say that the guy did that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, but if you listen to the video, bro, like I mean,
No, I know, but
audio and whatever, like it's very objective.
I know, but in terms of how laws are formed,
a big rule all the time. Like,
okay, but
to discount the court of public opinion, then what?
But the funny thing is, in terms of how the laws are set up, right? If I come out and say that Greenwood did that despite him not being found guilty, I can be held liable for defamation of character.
Nobody said that, right? Nobody said no. I never. You heard me say that he.
No, I'm not saying I said that, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
No, but all I'm saying is that until the lady comes out that he was involved with and says, listen, Mason never do nothing, blah 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 blah. I'm not being silenced until I can really see how she reacts. I can't support Greenwood because you can silence her. Like that's he plays for Manchester United, the biggest club in England, or whatever you guys want to say. You see, thumbs up to Man United values, but y'all have been.
If this was Bukayo Saka, the star boy for this Arsenal team, what would your reaction be if he didn't go to court? Because you guys love and cherish Bukayo Saka over there by Arsenal. Saka over the past 3-4, probably since he's been on the scene for Arsenal, he's been one of the best players. So if this was Bukayo Saka, would you have wanted Saka back into the club despite the case not going to trial?
No, I mean...
No, Eddie, the trial doesn't... Yes, no trial no mean innocent though, that is correct. But it also doesn't mean he's guilty.
Let me learn. Give me the floor.
Go on.
I did it. I would not rate Saka. Plain and straight. And plus, I'm not the biggest Saka fan anyways. I like Saka, but I'm not the biggest Saka fan. But bro, I think there's more to life than just, playing football. If you get me, if Saka does something, if you do something, I'm not going to want to associate myself with that. So
you see, you do a live stream already. You say you support Arnett Garden, right?
Right.
Did anyone affiliate with Arnett Garden in a family, your mother, your father support back in the days?
Do any of them support Arnett back in the day?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who? Your mother?
Lots of members in my family. My grandfather, my father.
If them still support Gerard Neal.
Okay. Okay. I maybe I'm too young, but I don't know who that is. But I will
ask them if them still support Gerard Neal. Anybody who know Jamaican Premier League football, ask them if them still support Gerard Neal. You listen to music?
Of course.
You listen to Jackie?
My grandmother hates Jackie, and I'm with it. I am with her.
So you hate Jackie, Dylan, right?
I what?
You hate Jackie?
No, there's no hate here. I don't hate anybody. But okay. I won't say I think Jackier's music is very high quality, but I can't support his acts as a person. Same thing like R. Kelly. Can't support what R. Kelly has done. Right?
So remember to ask some people in your family what Gerard Neal have done, before he came back in the Army team.
All right, the next time we're on this, I will answer that question. I promise.
So listen, look, we kind of get back to the football talk, not the court thing, you see me? So in terms of his uncertainty with this United team, right? what's the time period you think for Greenwood to play for this Reggae Boyz team? You think we'll have him before the 2026 World Cup?
Look,
Dylan?
you know what I feel like Greenwood and him all massive that surrounding his agent, his manager, his mother and his father. Everybody still have that thin line, hopefully, looking at that Euro squad. I think that's where everyone is looking. Same way. They probably still have that little hope, still have that little, that small percentage that he might can. We don't know what happened. But we just looking at it like, wonder if they're just looking at it like wondering what's going to happen with this England Euro squad going forward. But and we out here as a fan just can assume that he's not going to get picked, but we don't really know what happened behind the scene. Still, is it? But I'm just that's my little thought, that's my little opinion, and like maybe they're waiting on the Euro squad to be released, and then they can move forward from there and see what United going to do, because remember he's still on a contract there. I think as soon as him sort out in club career and sign that next deal, is either at Manchester United or wherever else, I think then it's going to be time for him to come on to 876.
I mean, yeah, it's a big thing in England in terms of the climate surrounding the issue that, whatever the case is. However, I agree with you, Nicard. I think, due to the uncertainty with Manchester United, I think he wants to sort out what's going on with his club career first, seeing that that's his bread and butter. And for the talent that Mason Greenwood is, if he's playing like this in La Liga, at the age of 22, it shows that he still has a lot to offer. Imagine if he was in a better team, 17 goal contributions.
Imagine if he was playing throughout the time when he was sitting at home. His development could have probably gone a sky high.
Yeah, because he was probably, stunted for 1 year, one year, a couple months due to the fact that he wasn't playing football. And I think even being at United as well, we stunted his development, seeing that we're so shit as well. If he was at Arsenal, City, Real Madrid, I think he would have been further in his career at the age of 22. So that situation didn't happen. So for him to be showing this at 22, it's commendable for him to not play so long, but still delivering this for head of a team that's, I think, mid-table in La Liga at this moment in time. And we know that there's some links with Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Juventus. Actually, I think Barcelona could be a deal that could be done due to the fact that I know that they're interested in João Felix, but Atletico Madrid will be demanding a high amount of money. And I think Greenwood, 40 million euros, 50 million euros, I think that could be a bit more realistic for a club like Barcelona. Even Atletico Madrid as well. I think they would love a player like Greenwood. What do you think, Dylan?
Yes, I agree. But the court of public opinion always has to go with you. If the Catalan supporters are just like, no, it's not going to be a good look. And for the people in the comments that are saying, oh, people make mistakes. Like, yeah, people make mistakes, but there are consequences for your actions when you make mistakes. That's just life. Like if you want to live in a world where you think that people's mistakes don't follow them, then I don't know what world you're living in, but it sounds great. But yeah, I don't know. Somebody will take a gamble on him. And that will just be that. But I'm just really intrigued to see what will happen when he goes back to Man United and how you guys will handle it, because this is going to be the biggest decision that the Ineos group will have to make.
Yeah.
And that's a huge decision for Sir Jim Ratcliffe to take on. So I wouldn't want to be you guys personally, but
I mean, let me tell you, in terms of Mason Greenwood heading back to United, I try not to get worked up over certain things. There's so much in life that's more important to me than football, and I tend to focus what's going on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of the upstairs decision, if he comes back to United, I'm not going to be like, even so that I have a difference in opinion surrounding the situation that went on, that didn't go to court, right? In terms of him coming back, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm shouldn't come back because even though that, or I think he did that, because I don't like to get worked up and use emotions over a lot of things, because I have more important things to worry about in life. You know what I'm saying? I think all of us have more important things outside of football that we have to focus on. And it doesn't make sense for me to get worked up over a situation where I have no control over. If he plays for Jamaica, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to buy a Reggae Boy shirt. I'm not going to support them. No, I'm still going to support the Reggae Boys team. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that much of a woke activist to an extent. I do stand up for things that are wrong, but I'm not going to take it to the extent where I'm going to broadbrush the JFF or the Reggae Boys team and say, yo, me now buy a jersey, me now buy a United jersey. No, I'm not going to do that. You know, if he plays for the Reggae Boys, if he plays for United, then so be it. What can I do? Anthony is playing for United, and personally, me not like Anthony, not because of what he was accused of or anything. The man just no good. You see me? The man just no good. I'm just not like him. So, you know, even though Anthony's accused of those type of stuff, whatever, I don't even focus on that because I have no control over these things that are happening outside of the pitch. You know, that is down to the law, that is down to the hierarchy of the club. And, you know, they have to make that decision at the end of the day. Nicardo, it seems like you want to say something. What you have to say?
Man, them say, come off and show with soccer, man. Oh, no, I say.
I do that with soccer.
Man, them say, no soccer around here, brother.
But let me just say this, right? In terms of Mason Greenwood, you know, potentially playing for this Reggae Boys team, it's something that will be massive. You know what I'm saying? Mason Greenwood on the right wing, you know, potentially replacing Leon Bailey. Not many people like to hear that, but he's a better player than Leon Bailey.
Probably I can't, you know.
Huh?
I probably never cause I can't, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tell you.
In terms of a good problem or a bad problem?
When they say replace Leon Bailey, well, Leon Bailey going to play. If I'm going to start off on the bench, or I'm going to go to a different position.
No, Leon Bailey have to earn himself back. Yo, let me be realistic. I'm going to be realistic right now with people. Leon Bailey not perform for Jamaica, so whether or not Mason Greenwood or any other player replace Leon Bailey in the team, it's not a big problem because you know what? Many Jamaican people share the sentiments that Leon Bailey does not perform for this national team. So despite the suspension or whatever the cases are, him taking a break, how can you miss someone that doesn't play for the team? If Leon Bailey was playing for any other international country and put down those performances, they would have crucified him. May I tell anybody that? So when man come tell me say, oh, when man come tell me say, oh man, Jamaican, your bad mind Bailey. Bro, so because me Jamaica, I have to suck up to a Leon Bailey, I have to stick beside Leon Bailey because of poor performances, because he's quote unquote Jamaican. That's like a man committing a crime in Jamaica, but oh, I'm a dog, so yeah, man, he murder a man, so but I'm a dog still. I'm a dog. No, bro, the man did something wrong. I go bash him, the man get found guilty. So Leon Bailey not perform for Jamaica. I don't know why many Jamaicans share the notion that oh, a Jamaican, so you must support him. Of course, I'm supporting Leon Bailey because I want him to get back into the team. And I want him to perform for the team. Everyone wants that Aston Villa farm to transition over to the Reggae Boys. You know what I'm saying, bro? But it's not happening. But me not go sit down and say, oh, Mr. Lago be hopeful. To an extent, I would be hopeful. But if there's somebody out there that could potentially replace him for the time being until he gets back into this team, then so be it. And he has to earn his place back into this team because it's not like he was performing before. So, you know, enough people are going to say, oh, you're bad mind, Bailey, yeah, fight Bailey. Bro, me can't fight him. I don't know Leon Bailey. You think Leon Bailey sitting down watching this video? Leon Bailey probably there in that plan or something, or recover for the next game in the midweek or weekend. You see me? So, only if you stop this notion, the biggest baller in a global football, Lionel Messi, get crucified by Argentina for not delivering big trophies. So, Leon Bailey is nowhere near Messi. So, Leon Bailey can get criticized as much, if not more.
No, go on. Drop. Did he get dropped? Did Messi get dropped from the Argentina starting lineup?
No, but he did retire. That's not the question they get.
Yeah, he retired for a little bit.
What you said, Dylan?
Didn't Messi retire for a little bit from Argentina?
Yeah, for a minute. When Copa America, when Chile beat them.
Yeah, but look at how he got crucified then.
No, the crucify is not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Drop the player for a new player.
Oh.
Yeah. If you probably would have said you'd drop him for someone that's already in the system, probably would have said, okay. But I think you're going to create havoc there when you're going to bring in Mason right in the starting lineup and drop Leon Bailey.
Yeah, but there's havoc that's going to happen anyways. Like, I think somebody...
Cause a whole heap of problem.
I think somebody made a comment about it that Man United and England are going to lose billions. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm a political student and I study sociology. Like, bro, like, the way that people perceive you is what they're going to buy. Like, that's just basic marketing. If they don't believe in something, they won't buy as much, and that word spreads, right? So it's not simple. It's not complicated science to think that his jerseys aren't going to sell like before. You get what I mean?
Yo, Dylan, the man say the young brother is a
purist. I saw that one.
Purist. I see. You Seventh-day Adventist?
I mean, at this point, if you want to hire me for 7-day Adventist music gig, I'm down. So just send me the ticket and I'm there.
Continue the conversation. Go on. But continue though. Sorry to cut you.
You done?
No, yeah. So listen.
But I told President this on Friday. Manchester, sorry, Manchester United have 41 agreement contract with sponsors, yeah, and United 70% of their revenue come from sponsorship. So what you just said, it's very connect. Yeah, they're going to have to be very precise on this matter. It's a very serious matter, bro. You know, you might not hear a lot about it now because he's away in Madrid playing for Getafe. But you see, as soon as the loan spell ends, just like Getafe manager spoke, after the game and said the matter didn't change. It's just like the same loanees that's already in the club. They have to go back to their club, and if they want to come back, it's up to them and Getafe, to strike back a deal. So as soon as La Liga is over, you're going to hear all at the end of that stick. And it's going to start. I'm telling you, as soon as he book in vacation and leave Spain and come back to England, you hear some Greenwood in England and Sky Sports, BBC, all of the entertainers, the Suns, the Mirror, the Athletic, everybody are going to start publishing. And I'm telling you, if Manchester United make a decision on Mason Greenwood during the Euro, England team pause. Because everybody wants to hear the verdict of what United is going to do with him. That's how big the matter is. So I just said that, what you said about what people are going to think of him, United have to, Jim Ratcliffe said, he's going to have to do a lot of meetings with his partnership, with his sponsors, with a lot of big people. So you have to, hear what they're going to have to say about this decision. You can't just jump in and just do that. You might lose $1 billion and him don't have a plan B. The Glazers, what the Glazers are going to do with him?
No, and the other thing is, it's not like you guys have Champions League football next season. So it's like you guys are losing revenue just based off the fact that you guys are just not good. So you're going to be not good and controversial at the same time. Like that don't sound like a good recipe.
Not to cut you, people. I drop the link in the comment section. So if you want to have your say surrounding any of the topics, just come on and have your say. Nicardo, continue.
Fergie have retired. Stepped away from football from 2013. Probably less than 60% of the time United is in the Champions League, yeah? United is still the one of the biggest revenue puller in England. So I don't know what you're talking about. Remember we signed Zlatan and Pogba when we in Europa League.
Bro, Sir Alex had Europa League football?
No.
Yes, he did. Atletico Bilbao knocked us out already in the Europa League.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, we did for sure.
Wow.
We did, yes. You remember that Munayin?
I never knew that the goat was in the Europa League with the Scrubs.
Atletico Bilbao have knocked us out already, I think, in the Europa League, yeah.
Oh wow. That's impressive. Yeah. You have a lot of knowledge, my friend. Bro, we need to get to some of these comments because these are hilarious.
Alright, address them, Dylan. Take them over.
Like I read them and I'm like, yo, like you sat at your phone and you type this.
Which one? Bring it up. Which one is it?
No, but like, all right, let's just go through some of them. None of these sponsored raised an eyebrow last year. It was the female football team and their hypocritical sponsor. No, there's one that was talking about me. Hold on. Like, is a woman clone that? So
is Nitro?
I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to understand.
Is this about Manchester United?
No, this is about the Greenwood. Yeah, this is about the Greenwood situation. So I'm trying to get it. So Sean, I'm trying to understand. So I must go against women, and then I am a woman clone. Now I'm just trying to understand. Like I'm supposed to support our brother that is not pro woman based off his actions. Then I am a woman clone. Like I don't get it. Like the way people think. And like your bad mind, like who is being bad mind anyway? Like
let me address this one. I love these ignorant comments. Them and them are big up yourself. Big up yourself on this lovely. I've addressed this bad mind thing numerous amount of times. Like stop it. It's foolish. You're using the word out of context. No one bad mind Leon Bailey. Nobody now run down Leon Bailey lifestyle. You think everybody want Leon Bailey lifestyle? Me not want Leon Bailey lifestyle. Me want something for myself. Me want to build my own legacy for my family, for my children. So stop the foolishness, bro. Go on, Dylan.
Yo, look at this one.
Sean Sutherland. Let me address this again.
I don't get you.
Let me address this. Brother, I hope that you find God. And if you don't believe in God, I hope you find peace. Stop being Stop being ignorant. You know what I'm saying? And whenever I address you guys that leave these ignorant comments, I'm not working up myself. But
Be a little bit more respect.
Sean Sutherland, you're a big man.
Be a little
Come
bit
on,
more,
man.
you know.
Be a bit more sensible. God give you a brain. You know, me know them say.
You them have to look at the thing and say, yo, sports is not just playing on the pitch. You know, remember, Dylan have a sister, probably have a sister, or probably have an auntie, you know, and him have a mother. You understand? So you have to look into context, and not everybody going to be like, okay, because he's supposed to support the come play for the Reggae Boys. Not everybody really going to really support it. And I'm telling you, like, if Greenwood get that passport, you're going to hear the narrative around him in Jamaica. You're going to have that group. I'm not going to call their name. You're going to have that group that going to make some noise about Macy Green than in, you know, the black, green, and gold. I'm telling you. So, yeah, it's just not the man. The man does have a philosophy like, yo, he's not doing that word against women. You understand? He's not accepting that. And he's not like the man said he hate Mason. No, the man said he's just doing it principle. Principle is principle. You understand? You know, so
yeah, fair enough. And you know, everyone has difference in opinions, and you know, when you have a difference in opinion, you're not bad man or anything. So I think as Jamaicans, we need to stop this thing going around labeling people as bad man. Because the funny thing is, many people that call people bad man is them bad man as well if them look at the word and how they use it, especially if they use it with the right context. And it's something that's been happening in Jamaica since existence. Oh yeah, but bro, I said to Dicanio recently on a live stream, like in Jamaica, a man will cook your food and you tell him say, boy, Dylan, you know, say you dumpling not too taste good, and the man I go say, dog, you bad man, my dumpling. Bro, what how my bad man your dumpling, brother? How my bad man your food?
One day.
But just say the food not taste good. You see me, say, brother? That's how I say, how my bad man the food. You see me? Like,
but Preston, but look, this thing with Leon Bailey, bro, this whole interview and when him speak up, bro. And Leon, like, this happen everywhere in international football. You understand? This happen everywhere in international football. So it's just us fans know that, look, he have said what he have said, he have done what he done. You know, if the man want a time out, we just have to respect that. Because guess what? Some of them people in the comment section, probably in a relationship, and them woman say them I'll give them a break. Enough of them gone to the rug and ball. You understand? So the man just say, I'm gonna take a break, bro. We can't fight him for that, bro. We only we never agree with him, but at the end of the day, that's the man's decision, bro. It happened in world football. Yeah, it happened in world football, bro. I remember a World Cup campaign. I think it was on the way to Russia. And I think it was Gabonese team with Pierre Aubameyang. The Gabonese federation strapped for cash. And the man take up his money and book the whole players them to go to that country and travel to play their game. Because if they didn't attend that game because they already missed that game, the country would have get banned. So you have other people that would have take up the responsibility. Meanwhile, you have other people that just not going to take up the responsibility. You get what I mean? So this whole notion about Leon Bailey, yeah, I'm doing the interview, but look, man, just time now for us move on from it. We're going to a phase into a tournament that we haven't qualified since 1998, bro. I want the whole thing around this to just end, bro. But I just feel like a Leon Bailey, him started and him have to go end him. And all him have to go end this problem, brother, him have to go come back on the pitch and prove Jamaican people them wrong.
Definitely. And you know,
that's how I see this situation can really solve, bro. A Leon Bailey, him started, so him have to come out the fire.
And pretty soon, we're going to end it here because we've been on for, I think, and Dylan, you know, batteries running out. But I think we've covered everything.
Before you say that, just to double down on what Nicardo is saying. For anybody that's thinking that we're bad man, we would absolutely love if Leon just come in and have a Pele type performance in the Copa America or in the World Cup. But he hasn't been showing that. So it's like it's either that you talk from facts or you talk from emotion. And we're just being realistic, bro. Like at the end of the day, I want Leon to tear up the World Cup. I would love Jamaica to have a World Cup. Imagine if I have a World Cup, like like as a country of 3 million. But yeah, bro, I don't get the big talk when you don't have any trophies to show for it.
Yo, let me tell you. Craig Butler saying can win Jamaica the World Cup and the Michail Ricketts team.
Then please do it. Do it.
So make a point, Craig Butler. People, I'm just joking by the way, but the one thing But people, listen, out of due respect, Mr. United, the first man to get a wrench on the channel. Mr. United, big up yourself. You see me, United, we are United, we stand. Bigger than Arsenal, bigger than City, bigger than Liverpool or Liverpool. You know, Chelsea were in a 10th. But people, me can't read all the comments. You know, we're going to end it here, another successful show. But people, do me a massive favor. If you really support the channel, hit the like button. If you are new, subscribe, as it does help the channel to grow. People, football is all about difference in opinions. You know what I'm saying? It's all about perception, perspective, whatever the case is, you know, freedom of speech. We're free to have our own opinions surrounding Leon, Billy, Omari, Graham, Michail, Antonio, who better than who. Football is all about comparison. You know, you guys have it's so ironic. Some only love Messi, some love Ronaldo. How do you reach to the conclusion? Say only prefer Ronaldo or Messi over Ronaldo. Now compare the two people them. So me can compare Leon Bell and Michail Antonio. If say Michail Antonio bigger than Leon Bell. And stop the foolishness, man. You see me? No fun to rate Ronaldo over Neymar, Ray. You compare the players, that's how you come to the conclusion that you prefer this player over this player. You see me? I say, so come on, people. You did have something to say, Ricardo?
Yeah?
You did have something to say?
No, man, we just want, you know, big up the people in the comment section, see me, no matter how much, you know, the debate get heated, yeah? But we just, you see that look, that line there, we don't really want the people them step over the line, I call the next man the G word and the B word. You get what I say, bro? Just be respectful.
It's all about respect. No,
welcome all criticism for all the panels on this platform. You understand? The respect, though. You get what I say? The guy
and none of us have ever disrespected anyone. So people, to be honest, I'm not afraid to disclose my age. I'm 23. Most of you on this stream are older than me, and you would think the older you guys are, the wiser some of you guys would be. So you know, show respect to us and we show respect to you. You know, there's no need to call anyone out of their name. You know, it doesn't take anything to be kind to someone. You know what I'm saying? How you don't feel if a man refer to you as, you know, it's your mother, Ray, you know, say your mother deceased, or your G, when you know, say, you know, G. Like, stop the foolishness, man. Not a big man, brother. So, you know, as young people, or as a young man, let me educate some of you guys. Be a bit more sensible in terms of your approach towards people and having respect as well. Respect is one of the most important things, and there's a respect carries a far way through life. And, you know, many of us don't reach anywhere in life because we don't give people respect. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just keep it respectful. I know that some of you guys can be a bit ignorant, but there's nothing wrong in being ignorant. Once you educate yourself and you're open to learning, then that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But for most of it, most people in the live stream, they have been respectful. So I commend that, and I hope everyone continues to be respectful. Obviously, I got one and two man where, you know, some people just born with some deficiencies in their brain, bro. Like, you know, that's why Jamaican people ever say, yo, like, your mother drop you when you just born, like, drop on your head. But people, we're going to end it here. That was just a local educational segment. Smash the like button, people. Share the video. Even buy your dog a phone and make him subscribe. If you're new on the stream, 115 people are watching right now, subscribe. Like the video, people. Like it, as it helps the channel to grow. It sends the video out there. And out of due respect for everyone, let me just take about 2 more comments or so. Jason, gonna big up yourself. Yo, Jason, hold on. Jason, me tell you some, I send a package and mix up package. Man, them send Arsenal with the 3 points. Tennessee Lewis, big up yourself on the Sunday evening. Hope all is well. Jason gonna say bless up everybody in the chat. Definitely Jason gonna, and I'm gonna have to kind of educate some of the big man them. I think so the older they are, the more sensible them, but them just want disrespect people. Boy, Tennessee, you're giant too late, brother. But watch out now. This week Friday again. Is it this week Friday? And Tennessee, to be honest, no man. There's not much to talk about, you know. If you look in the reggae boys landscape, you know, not much. We should have touched upon some JPLs too, but we'll leave that for next time. You see me? We're gonna definitely talk about the JPL coming up. Well, tomorrow's the JPL. Dylan, before you run, you support Arnett Garden. So you think gonna win tomorrow?
Bro, I'm so out of it, but once I get back home in 2 weeks, I'll be back at the games.
All right, definitely. Ricardo, what do you think? Who will win tomorrow?
One concrete jungle.
Nice. Football lover. No man, I start get orange. I just threw, you know, I'm new to this space, so I'm not really know if I get orange. But Mr. United, my blessing with orange. Christmas 50-50, I never hear you talk about. And bro, I told you that I'm going to research it, educate myself surrounding what happened, and next Friday, we get back to you. This week, Friday. People, once again, a next edition of the Reggae Boys Weekly. It's been successful. You know, we love the support from you guys. And, you know, continue to support the channel. Tennessee Lewis here and show so early. Tennessee at 6 o'clock at the show. Enough 6 o'clock my time. I'm in the United States. 5 p.m. for Jamaicans down there in jam down. Bless up Tennessee Lewis. People, let me just take one or two more comments out of respect. You know what I mean? Although the card so we can't take every comment, but we kind of come to the end of the show, so I'm gonna take some. The last game when Bailey wasn't there to attract a double team. Shamar was last in the game. I forgot he was playing. Big up to Shamar Nicholson. His team won as well today. I think 4-1. They won 4-1. Yeah. Shamar Nicholson also made an appearance. And before I leave, people, just some updates. Michail Antonio scored against Liverpool, 1 goal in a 2-2 draw. Trevante Stewart scored as well for his team against a team called IMT. Omari Hutchinson, 2 goals versus Hull City as Ipswich drawed with Hull City. They drawed with Hull City 3-3. You know, Ipswich is vying for promotion into the Premier League. Mason Greenwood, 2 goals and 1 assist against Almira in La Liga. Manchester United player unknown with Getafe. Bijan Whisper Richards. Question is, should he be back into the national team? Jason, I will leave that one for you. Jason Gunnar, not Jason. 1 goal for Whisper against Southampton in the Friday fixture, I believe it is. Omari Hutchinson, 16 goal contributions this season across all competitions. Mason Greenwood, 16 goal contributions across this season. Once again, people, big up on yourself. Hope all is well. Everyone have a productive week. Be safe as well. And big up to everyone. And people, hold on. Before we cut, I have to give you the outro. The outro. Watch out now, people. Watch out.
It's time to rise up. Seven, take your place. Rise up.
Shine like the sun.
Rise up.
Your journey has just begun. Rise up.
Bless up, people. Rise up. One Jamaica, one Reggae Boyz. World Cup 2026. So I go win the Copa America as well. So big up on yourself. I'm out.